You're scrolling through your inbox and see an email from Amazon support saying your account's been locked. It looks real. The logo, the font, even the urgency in the subject line, act now or lose access. Your heart skips. You click, but here's the kicker. You know scams like this exist. You've seen the warnings. Maybe you've even taken a cybersecurity quiz at work. So why did you click? Turns out it's not about being dumb, it's about being human. Your brain is wired to respond to fear, urgency, and authority. And scammers? They've cracked the code. In the past 12 months alone, the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center reported over 800,000 fraud cases. That's more than $10 billion lost. And get this, the average victim isn't some clueless grandparent. It's a 42-year-old professional with a college degree. So if you think you're immune, think again. This isn't about tech skills. This is about psychology. And today, we're pulling back the curtain on exactly how scammers manipulate your mind and why even the smartest among us keep falling for it. But first, if you're having fun while learning, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps us grow and brings even more awesome facts and stories your way. Let's start with the cold, hard truth. Scams aren't just growing, they're evolving at warp speed. In 2023, the FTC received over 2.6 million fraud reports. That's one report every 12 seconds. And while romance scams still top the list with an average loss of $10,000 per victim, tech support scams and phishing attacks are catching up fast. The average financial loss per incident? Around $200. But for some, it's life-ruining. We're talking retirement funds wiped out, homes lost, identities stolen. The numbers are staggering. But what's even more shocking is how sophisticated these scams have become. In 2022, the Anti-Phishing Working Group documented over 300,000 unique phishing sites in a single quarter, a 40% increase from the year before. These aren't poorly written emails with bad grammar anymore. Today's phishing emails use your name, your company, even your recent purchase history. They're personalized, urgent, and often indistinguishable from the real thing. Take the case of John, a 47-year-old IT manager from Austin. He got an email that looked exactly like a Microsoft Teams notification calendar invite, correct branding, even a tiny red dot indicating an unread message. He clicked. Within minutes, hackers were inside his corporate network. How? Because the link led to a fake login page that captured his credentials. This isn't rare. In fact, according to Verizon's 2023 Data Breach Investigations report, 36% of all data breaches involved phishing. That's more than a third. And here's the twist. The most effective phishing attacks don't even need malware. They just need you to type in your password. That's it. No viruses, no downloads, just human psychology doing the heavy lifting. Now, let's talk about why these scams work so well. It all comes down to what psychologists call cognitive biases, mental shortcuts our brains use to make quick decisions. One of the most exploited is the authority bias. We're conditioned from childhood to listen to people in positions of power: doctors, police officers, bosses. Scammers know this. That's why so many fake emails come from IT security, bank compliance, or federal services. In a 2021 experiment by the University of Florida, researchers sent fake security alerts to over 1,000 employees. When the email appeared to come from their own company's IT department, 63% clicked the link. When it came from a random sender, only 14% did. That's a massive difference, all because of a title and a logo. Then there's the urgency effect. Scammers create a crisis. Your account will be suspended. Your package is delayed. Your social security number is compromised. The brain doesn't handle urgency well, especially when it's tied to something we care about. Under pressure, we bypass rational thinking and go straight to instinct. That's why fraudsters use phrases like immediate action required or limited time offer. In fact, a 2022 study published in the Journal of Behavioral Decision-Making found that people were 3.2 times more likely to fall for a scam when time pressure was involved. And the more personal the threat, the more effective it is. Imagine getting a call from someone claiming to be from the IRS, saying you owe back taxes and will be arrested if you don't pay in the next 2 hours. That's not hypothetical, it happened to over 13,000 people in 2023 alone, costing victims an average of $1,500 each. But perhaps the most insidious tactic is social proof. We look to others to decide how to act. If everyone else is doing it, it must be safe, right? Scammers exploit this with fake reviews, fake testimonials, even fake live user counters on scam websites. You've seen them. 12 people are viewing this deal right now, or 98% of users recommend this service. A 2023 experiment by the UK's National Cybersecurity Centre found that scam sites using fake social proof increased click-through rates by 72%. And when researchers added a fake trust seal, like verified by Norton, the number jumped to 89%. That's nearly 9 out of 10 people more likely to engage with a scam, all because of a little logo. Nowhere is this more dangerous than in romance scams. These aren't just about lonely hearts, they're psychological masterclasses in manipulation. The scammer builds a relationship over weeks or months, often using stolen photos of attractive men or women. They express love quickly, mirror your language, and create a sense of emotional intimacy. This is called love bombing, and it's designed to short-circuit your judgment. According to the FTC, romance scams cost Americans over $1.3 billion in 2023, more than any other type of fraud. The average loss? $10,000. But some victims lose everything. Take the case of a woman in Ohio who sent over $250,000 to a man she met on a dating app, a man who didn't exist. He promised to visit, but needed money for flights, medical bills, even a visa. She sent it, believing every word. When investigators traced the money, it led to a cybercrime ring in West Africa. This isn't just fraud, it's emotional warfare. And let's not forget about tech support scams. You're working on your computer when suddenly, boom, a pop-up appears. Red background, sirens, critical virus detected, call tech support now. It looks official. It even shows your real IP address. But here's the truth. No legitimate company will ever contact you this way. These pop-ups are fake, designed to scare you into calling a number. Once you do, the technician convinces you to give them remote access to your computer, and from there, they can steal passwords, install malware, or lock your files for ransom. The FTC received over 100,000 reports of tech support scams in 2023, with losses exceeding $150 million. And the scammers aren't just targeting individuals. Small businesses are being hit hard. One dental practice in Florida lost $80,000 after a fake Microsoft technician fixed their server. But here's the thing, we're not defenseless. Awareness is the first line of protection. The FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, or IC3, has a public database of current scams. They issue alerts when new tactics emerge. For example, in early 2024, they warned about a new wave of QR code phishing, where scammers put fake QR codes on parking meters, restaurant menus, or even gas pumps. Scan it, and you're taken to a malicious site. In one case, a woman in Seattle scanned a QR code at a coffee shop to pay her bill instead. She was taken to a fake Chase Bank login page and lost $7,000 in minutes. The solution? Don't scan codes from untrusted sources. Type the website directly into your browser. Another powerful tool is multi-factor authentication, or MFA. Even if a scammer gets your password, MFA can stop them cold. According to Microsoft, enabling MFA blocks over 99.9% of automated attacks. Yet, a 2023 Pew Research study found that only 28% of Americans use it regularly. Why? Because it feels like a hassle. But consider this. Would you rather spend 10 seconds verifying a login or spend months recovering from identity theft? Companies like Google and Apple now offer hardware security keys, which are even more secure than text-based codes. And they're not just for tech geeks, they're for anyone who values their digital life. We also need to talk about the role of AI in modern scams. In 2024, we've seen the rise of deepfake voice scams where scammers use AI to mimic the voice of a loved one in distress. There was a case in Canada where a mother received a call from her son screaming that he'd been arrested and needed $5,000 for bail. It sounded exactly like him. She wired the money only to find out later he was safe at school. The voice was generated using AI trained on social media videos. The FBI has issued warnings about this new trend, calling it one of the fastest-growing threats in digital fraud. And with AI tools becoming cheaper and more accessible, experts predict these scams will become even more common in 2025. Now here's where it gets even more twisted: business email compromise, or BEC. This is where scammers don't go after you, they go after your boss. They'll spoof the CEO's email, send a message to the finance team saying, "Wire $250,000 to this vendor immediately, it's time sensitive." And because it looks like it's coming from the top, and because of urgency and authority, someone does it. In 2023, BC scams accounted for over $2.9 billion in losses, more than any other single category. One company in Texas lost $1.8 million in a single day because a scammer impersonated the CFO during a Zoom call using a deepfaked face and voice. The employee didn't stand a chance. And it's not just money. Your data is now a weapon. Scammers harvest your information not just to steal from you, but to build a profile so accurate they can predict how you'll react. They know your shopping habits, your travel plans, even your emotional triggers. That fake Amazon email, it might mention your last order, a $40 jacket from 2 weeks ago. That's not coincidence, that's data mining, that's precision targeting, and the platforms we trust, they're being weaponized. Social media, messaging apps, even encrypted services scammers are using them to bypass traditional filters. WhatsApp scams are surging, with fake customer support accounts tricking users into sharing login codes. Instagram DMs from brand reps offering free products if you just click a link. LinkedIn messages from recruiters with job offers that require you to set up a fake corporate account. It's not spam. It's social engineering with a digital mask. But here's the good news. You can fight back. And it starts with one simple rule: slow down. Urgency is the enemy of good decision-making. If an email says act now, that's a red flag. Legitimate organizations give you time to respond. Second, verify independently. If your bank emails you, don't click the link. Open a new browser and type in the official website yourself. Third, talk to someone. Scammers want you isolated. If you're unsure, call a friend, a family member, or even your bank directly. A second opinion can save you thousands. And finally, report it. Every time you report a scam to the FTC or IC3, you help authorities track patterns and stop future victims. Reporting isn't just a formality, it's part of the defense. The truth is, no one is immune. Not you, not me. Not the cybersecurity expert down the street. Scammers aren't winning because we're stupid, they're winning because they're using science. They study human behavior, exploit our emotions, and design attacks that feel real. But knowledge is power. The more you understand how these scams work, the less power they have over you. So next time you see that urgent email, that scary pop-up, that too good to be true romance, pause, take a breath. Ask yourself, is this real or is this a trap? Because in the digital age, the most important security system isn't software. It's your brain. Don't miss the next one. Smash that like button. Stay sharp, stay skeptical, and stay safe.